We're going to work with Pixlr Editor. You'll be able to find that app by searching your computer. Next, what we need to do is go ahead and open your image. And you're going to open image from your computer. And your images that you received from me on your email and then downloaded will be saved on your Google Drive or on your recents if you wouldn't have looked there. Since I'm recording this video on a Mac, mine's going to look just a little bit different. So here is my diamond shape. And the first thing that I need to do, we're going to color it first before we do anything else. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to unlock the background layer right over here on the right hand side. I need to double click to unlock it. That means that we're going to be able to make changes to that layer. The first change that we're going to make is we're going to get rid of this white background. And to do that, we're going to choose our wand tool, which the toolbar is over on the left hand side. And the wand tool looks like a little magic wand with a poof at the end. And it's the third one down on the left side. So I'm going to click that. Then I'm going to just click anywhere in that background space around my diamond. And then I have the marching ants, and I'm going to click delete. Now, to get rid of the marching ants, I'm going to go on my keyboard, Control D, to deselect. Next, we're going to use the paint bucket. It's down a couple and over to the right from the wand tool that we were just using. I'm going to select the paint tool, and then down at the bottom of the toolbar on the left-hand side is a colored box. Yours is probably black right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just click on that toolbar or on that colored box, and then I'm going to choose a color that I want to use. And I want to start out with using kind of a yellow goldish color. And I can move my circle around to kind of get to the color that I want. So I like this color. So I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to color the girl's hair that color. So if I color it on the left side of the center axis, I need to color it on the right side of the center axis. And to color it, I just put my paint bucket in the white space and I hit my, I just click to go ahead and paint the area. Next, I'm going to maybe do this guy's shirt. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pick maybe a reddish color. And I'm going to make it a little darker, maybe maroonish. So I'm going to click OK. What I do on the left, I'm going to do on the right. Now he's kind of got a baby face, so he kind of has this little bib thing on here. So I'm going to come in, I'm going to just select a different color. Maybe I'm going to choose kind of this gray color for his bib. And what I do on the left, I'm going to do on the right. Now I'm going to choose a shirt color for this guy. Let's see, maybe a green of some kind. And again, I can move it around and kind of choose which green I want. I kind of like that one. So okay. I'm going to paint his shirt on the left and the right. And then he kind of has this ribbed area at the top. Now you notice it didn't all fill in because some of those areas are separated by a solid black line. Now, as we get into some of these smaller areas, I'll give you a tip. If you come over here on the right side under the navigator tool, and I can slide it up and make my image larger, and then I can use my scroll bar to scroll to the area that I want to work with. The very tiniest tip at the bottom of the drip of the paint bucket tool is where it's going to place the paint. So if I have it selected on the black by accident, notice how it turned all my lines black, or excuse me, my lines green. Well, obviously I do not want that. So I can go Edit, Undo, and it changes them all black. Now I'm going to be very careful to select in the white to go ahead and turn those colors. Now this area is pretty small, so I may want to enlarge it even a little bit more so that I can get that small tip of my paint bucket drip right in that area so that I can color it. And then I can enlarge everything or zoom out again to make things so that I can see everything at once. Now let's see, I need to choose a color for her shirt. So let's go kind of a pinkish color. Ooh, kind of like that plummy color. A little brighter. There, I like that color. And so I'm going to click on the left. Oh no, it did more than just her shirt. Well, let me edit undo that and I'll show you why. You notice that there's a little bit of white space right here. There's no line connecting her hair to this dude's ear. So now I need to go in and I need to use my pencil tool. And that's just above the eraser tool or kitty cornered to the top of the paint bucket tool. So I'm going to click on the pencil tool. Now if I use my pencil tool, I click and hold, notice how it's that pinkish color. Well, I'm not going to want that. So I'm going to go edit, undo. So I need to come back to my color selector and I'm going to move this over till I get back to a nice basic black and hit OK. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw a line from her hair to his ear. And maybe I need to make that a little bit bigger so I can see what I'm doing better. And then use my scroll bar. And so I need to make sure that I get that connected across there. There we go. And then I want to do the same thing on the right side. Perfect. Now I can zoom out. And now I can go back and find my pink color that I like. There, that's nice. Click OK. Again, choose my paint bucket tool. And then I can do it on the left and on the right of the center axis. Now she has kind of a collar here, so maybe I want to do that a little bit darker pink. So I could actually come up here where the paint swatches are under my large selection, and it'll just automatically give me a darker shade of that. So I could paint that in on the left and the right. And then maybe I want her to have kind of a silver-ish medallion, so I'd maybe come in and choose a light gray. And then I can paint it in on the left and on the right. Okay, now I'm going to work with their mouth, the open mouths of the two characters for just a minute. I want to put those as black. So I'm going to again come in and move my circle slider over till I get a black. And I'm going to just paint their open mouths black. And this little guy, he doesn't have an open mouth. He just has a solid line for a grin. Now I'm going to paint this guy's hair black too. Now I need to select some values or some colors for the skin tones. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to just kind of pick something here and I'm going to kind of just zoom around and try to find something that I like. There, that looks pretty good to me for one of them anyway. So I'm going to paint this guy, his face, his ears, and his neck. His face, his ear, and his neck. And then I'm going to choose another color and maybe I'll just there, I like that color. That's good. And I'm going to paint this little guy, that color, his face, his ear, his neck. His face, his ear, his neck. And now let's pick a color for her. She looks pretty fair-skinned with her blonde hair, so I'm going to pick that light color. Left and right, both for her. And now I have this white space here. I do want to choose a color for that. You need to choose a color for everything. The only way you can have something remain white is if you have something that is white, like a snowman or a baseball. And even for some of those, I'm going to have to help you with like making the stitches red on a baseball and things like that. So special things like that I will help you out with. But I'm going to just choose this bluish color and I'm going to paint that in on both the left and the right. And then I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I can see my whole diamond. And I have the entire thing colored. So right now I'm ready to save it. So I'm going to go File, Save, and I'm going to call it Finished Diamond Drawing. Whoops. Helps if you get your keys on the right. Colored. Okay. And it's saving to my computer. Again, it'll come up with whatever for Google Drive. It might save my computer, and that will work too for you. So I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And I'm going to save it in my downloads. So I'm going to hit Save. And now it's image saved. Okay. So what I can do next is I can go ahead and close this. Now this is where, and we can put no because we already saved it. This is where I'm going to end this portion of the video. And the next video will talk about how you're going to put it all together to create a tessellation out of 12 of your diamond shapes. So stay tuned.